Well, good afternoon and welcome to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup in the beautiful city of Sydney, Australia. France taking on Japan in Group B action. And a lot on the line for both these teams. Japan looking for their second win, which could ruffle some feathers in Group B. We know if France win tonight, they will have at least booked their ticket to the quarterfinals. Zania, we watched Japan yesterday. What do you think Japan needs to do a little differently to get the win here today?
I think a lot of players need to step up. Maki Takada was the only player for Japan in double digits versus Canada's loss 56-70. She had 11 points and everyone else in single digits. Obviously, we know they can get out of the gates quick and fast, and France needs to make sure they get back in that defense. I need them to run. They love the three-point shot. Most of the Asian teams do, so I need them to hit shots. I need them to be solid, but also I don't know if they can handle the physicality of the French.
Well, Shona Thorburn alongside Zania Stewart will be calling today's action for you. And France, on the other hand, we know if they win, they're moving on.
Yes.
Offensively, they've been relying heavily on Gabby Williams. Who else needs to have a big game for them?
Well, we spoke about that. It has been the Gabby Williams show. But yesterday, Alexa Chateau stepped up with 12 points. They beat Mali 74-59. But boy, did they have to work for that win. Mali really pushed them there to the very end. Torre also had 10 points and 3 steals. So we're having other players turn up and help Gabby. And then Ileana Rupert had 8 points and 5 rebounds. Also, I asked her to step up yesterday, and she sure did. She's finally finding her rhythm after she joined this team late from the WNBA championship.
Yeah, you said it. Ileana Rupert coming off of that WNBA championship with the Las Vegas Aces. And first game, you could tell she was maybe still jet-lagged, to say the least.
Jet-lagged or a bit too much champagne, little bubbles in her nose, but that's okay because that was well-deserved. That's a tough ask to play a WNBA championship, then get off a plane and play a game. That's a lot to ask for, but we've seen a fair few players, obviously USA, have a fair few players, and her joining.
Well, earlier today we had Serbia with a hard-fought battle against Mali. They really stood with them, at least till halftime. Now we have France and Japan coming up, and then to close out the Group B action, we have Canada taking on Australia. Canada already have qualified for the next round. Serbia currently sitting in second, 2-2. France, 2-1. Australia, 2-1, and Japan and Mali round out the group. We will take a quick break for the playings of the national anthems.
And now for the national anthem of France.
Well, that's always my favorite moment, Shona, when you get to sing your national anthem. Nice, loud and proud. And as both teams will exchange mementos, also a tradition in international basketball.
Yup, you said it. All smiles right now as they're changing gifts, but in less than 3 minutes, those faces will become very serious. So, crew chief tonight in the middle, Amy Bonner at her 3rd World Cup, along with Gatis Salins, from Latvia, and Andrea Silva from Brazil.
Strong refereeing group right there. They're a team. Also, UNI. And they've been solid, I must admit. This refereeing crew have been fantastic. Here's the starting lineup for Japan.
Takada, Tokashiki, Miyazaki, Todo, and Akaho. And this is the same starting lineup that we have seen every game. This is the 4th game for both teams in 5 days. So, you know, you said it. This Japanese team, they like to put up 3-pointers. If they catch fire, they are very dangerous. As the head coach, Toru Onzuka, is looking to try and get his team to advance. We talked a lot yesterday about Japan and that absolutely wonderful run they made to the silver medal at the Olympics last year in Tokyo. And Fotuk, Chartero, Michel, Williams, and Badian. So exact same starting lineup for both these teams that they have been using all tournament long.
Yeah, and Sarah Michelle finding her offensive rhythm. Also, I felt like she was, obviously she's a true point guard through and through, but she's finding some really nice open shots. And we get to see head coach for France.
Yes, Jean-Aimé Tupin, who took over for Valerie Garnier. So these are 2 Olympic medal teams from the last year Tokyo 2020 Olympics going up against each other. France with that bronze medal and Japan with the silver medal. So
and both
these are 2 quality, both with new coaches, but these are 2 quality basketball teams. Well, just under a minute, there you see the Tissot countdown to tip off. And I talked about Japan needing to get that win and getting the 2nd win in group play to make Group B even more complicated.
Can I just talk about this cute little thing? Hopefully they can show. They didn't show the full screen, but they do this like kind of, the rest of the team kind of, you know, rallies on the starting 5. I really like it. You'll definitely see, even if they miss or score, the Japanese are full of smiles, in my opinion. They always are happy. Ranked 1st in the World Cup 2022 for blocks with 5.7 per game. The French, that's a nice stat to have. So, no doubt.
Some height.
Yeah, they've got some height. Yeah, Siak's pretty tall.
Badian. Tadic.
Yeah. Pretty tall team.
Well, France, if they win, they are guaranteed a top 4 finish in Group B and will move on. And there you see the Japanese players, they're ready as the starting 5 for France. A little bit of a last-minute huddle before the game gets started. And we're about to get underway. Good afternoon and welcome to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup here in Sydney, Australia. Japan taking on France, 2 Tokyo Olympic medal teams. And they try to go inside, but nice defense there as Marine Fotox pushes the tempo for France. Shona Thorburn alongside Azania Stewart will be calling today's action for you. Michelle finds Chartero in the corner, and that's off the mark. And now the Japanese can run, and they can get down the court very fast. Akaho.
Good look there for the French. They moved the ball. Just unfortunate to hit that shot.
And they go inside to Takada, who has the mismatch, and a rare miss by her, to be honest.
Yeah. And Gabby Williams pulls down the rebound.
And Futux picks up her dribble a little bit too early. And nice denying defense here by Japan. And hard step out, Gabby loses her footing, well, jumps in the air actually, and that's gonna be a foul going against Chartereau, but the referee says she was shooting, so it's gonna be 2 free throws.
Yeah, she said she fouled and then she was going into her steps. Chartereau isn't really happy with that, and she stares down the referee and takes a walk to Janame.
I think that was a smart play by Akaho, knowing that she got hit, and you're allowed to take the contact and go into your steps for the layup, and that's exactly what Akaho did as the Japanese fans out here supporting their team.
Yeah, and the referees are all over it.
Well, Akaho misses the second of 2.
But puts the first point on the board for the Japanese.
And how about that ball pressure, Azania? Badian. And now Futux up top. Nice pass inside to Chartereau. And
good defense.
Great help defense coming from the weak side.
Yeah, the weak side came over, kept their hands straight up. Here we go, look at this.
Yep.
Solid.
Williams, and she has by far been their leading scorer in this tournament. I mentioned it, they do rely heavily on her. You like to see her going early, but other people also need to step up. As Akaho, I like this. You've seen aggressivity from her in these first 2 possessions. Futux with the tough layup, and good job there by France, pushing the tempo.
Beautiful layup there by Futux. She took her steps in stride.
Miyazaki gets it to Takada, and her shot is off the mark. And
short
3-point shot. And how about this though? Futux just aggressively staying around the rebound and makes a great left-hand layup.
Lovely, Futux there working hard and just picks up the turnover.
Takada missed her first attempt, and that one rolls in and out as well. And right now, I feel like France has more energy than Japan does. And Chartereau goes one-on-one in the post, and nice finish by her as France have jumped out to an 8-1 lead early.
Good job by France. They're getting solid defensive stops down here and good looks on the offensive end.
And little 2-point shot by Todo is good. Off the hands of a red jersey, so it's going to be white ball.
And early subs we've seen this actually a lot from Japan.
Yep.
We've actually seen them at 1 point 5 for 5 sub in and out. They've gone for 3 this time. Akaho, Okoye, and number 5, Yasuma.
Well, Rupert in for Chartereau for France as well. And there she is. And nice footwork there by Badian. Yasuma. Mauli goes to work against the smaller Sarah Michelle, but her shot off the mark. As Williams down the key is off the mark. And quick shot in transition was Okoye. We saw Okoye in, I think it was the third quarter, kind of hit back-to-back threes.
Yeah.
For them yesterday.
Yeah, she does extend her range to the three-point line. She misses her first. And Japan right now, we've seen them struggle in games not making, shots, not making two-pointers. And if they don't start to do that, it's going to be a long day at the office.
Oh, Paget giving Fotux a break along with Torre for Sarah Michel. And Rupert is stripped. And now Japan are running. They have a 2-on-1 as they kick it out to the three-point line. Okoye.
Good defense
Maybe was
by France.
Open, but great get back defense. You said it. And Paget, not a bad idea. You saw Takada wanting to
post her up.
Dribble her down and post her up as she does have the height advantage. So both coaches really going to their bench early here.
Yeah, because
fourth game in 5 days, right?
Yeah. Why not, right? Both benches are pretty solid, pretty deep.
And quick three-point shot is, sorry, Hiroshita. Well, again, nice defense by Japan, getting back aggressively. Torre, you said she's been kind of a bright spot, and another steal by Yasuma, who this time goes all the way, takes the contact, but is not able to score or draw the foul.
Wow, letting both these teams play. And a kick ball comes our way.
So nice hands by Yasuma, though, kind of digging in on the out by the penetration, outside penetration.
Sorry, the steal is being happening by Japan. Great job. But then France are doing a fantastic job getting back in defense and not letting Japan get a quick transition layup.
Paget is short, and that is off the hands of Tokashiki, so it will stay France ball. And Paget with another opportunity from the same spot, and almost the exact same miss, and now Japan are running as Mawuli nowhere to go. You said it, good job again by France on the get-back defense.
Clearly something that they've focused on because they know how fast Japan are.
And Yasuma just misses an easy one. And smart foul by her.
Smart foul by her, and intelligent little play there by Gabby Williams, seeing that she did have the mismatch down low. Look, she posts up and she just gets a hug as a foul.
Well, Chartereau back in the game and looked good, but it was off the back of the iron. As Torre, difficult shot is a little bit too long.
I don't like that shot by Torre.
Shot clock was winding down though. She
it
shot
was?
it. Yeah, she shot it at 2.
I'll take it back. I'll stay over here. I didn't see the shot clock clearly.
Tokashiki against Chartereau. And that's no good.
Well, Japan's struggling. We talked about that little man at the Superdome, but it clearly has followed us to the Sports Center here.
And Paget with her third three-point shot attempt. They're good looks, but they are off the front of the rim. And how about those hops by Gabby Williams to come up with the steal? As she goes all the way.
Highlight play, put that on the top 10 because that is a steal out of the air and then right on the rim. We love it from Gabby Williams. Japan want a timeout.
Well,
Stop
no
the bleeding.
surprise, they're down 12-3. Let's listen in.
coming tomorrow with free little tickets. Did you know the drink cups are made from plant-based materials?
できてるから
They can be
でいいシュート打ててる
compost,
っていうことをやっぱ大事にしていこうできてるから OK ねやめないチャンスを取っていいシュート打っていくアタックしていく息合わせていくこれできてると思うそう信じて続けていこう OK でアクション選択するときはダブル2にするダブル2でトップ B2 から縦にアタックするダイバーヒットしっかり強く狙っていくそれ息合わせディフェンスピックアンドロールはグリーンにするグリーンねグリーン我慢して続けていくよ我慢して続けていく
Well, Shona, 10% from the floor right now. Japan struggling on all forms. They're 1 from 6 from the 2 and 0 from 4. I spoke about that at the top of the game. If there's the stats, thank you very much, Truck. We owe you a bevy. If they don't hit shots, they're going to be in trouble. And right now, they've only put up 3 shots and they're not defending well. So they need to get something simple. Maybe keep attacking the rim and get to the free throw line and just see the ball go through the net.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, right now it's not defensively. Holding France to 12 with 2.5 left is not bad, and not what they wanted out of the timeout is a turnover, though. And nice defense by Japan, but Michel comes up with it. Chartreau, very tough shot, and tipped out by Rupert.
They need to give it into Rupert. They do. Gets it back. Nice. Easy two.
How good is that inside-out action? You always tell your post, if you kick it out, go and repost aggressively, and exactly what she did there.
Yeah, but she worked hard for that. She had been working that beginning of that possession, and they just kept missing her, but she kept working for her team, and she was rewarded.
Well, now Japan can Yamamoto get something going, and even that, those are the kind of layups that we've seen them make and need to make. They don't have terrible looks. They're, you know, you said it the other day for France, there's a little man on the rim blowing their shots off.
Yeah, he came to this gym where we have 2 arenas here for the World Cup. Sydney Dome and the Sports Centre is where we are this afternoon.
And that's gonna, I thought that was gonna be an offensive call against Rupert, because from our angle, it looked like she was hooking Takada, but the referee was right there as well, and he says no.
Let's have a look. Yep, you're right. She had that little chicken wing around, but she gets the call from the referee in the right spot.
Michel, high-low pass, Rupert to Chartreau, and nice defense by France as they had 3 red jerseys around Alexia Chartreau.
I need Japan to execute here. They need to make sure they have a solid look, take their time, and get to the rim.
Akaho, her penetration is off again, and I think Japan has missed about 5 to 6 somewhat easy layups as Fotuk nails that pull-up jump shot, and a nice look by her. So now 30 seconds left in this quarter. France 16-3 over Japan. Takada, nice little shot fake. And finally, they say that one went in.
And that wasn't about to have the soft touch roll. And they get that one in.
And France with the last second shot opportunity. Chartreau gets it up, almost went in. And so, at the end of 10, there's a lid on the bucket for Japan, folks, as France leads 16-5.
Well, Japan need to go into this quarter here and have a little chat, in my opinion. There, look at that, 20%. And there's a little technical issue in the three-point line, but both teams shooting 0%. Struggling. A big fat donut. I wouldn't mind a donut right now as we get to see the best players of the first quarter. Have you had a donut yet down under? Are they famous for their donuts? No.
I know the beignets in France are well known.
Oh, and I had a cheesecake. Did you have that yesterday? The cheesecake is pretty popular here down under. And what else is popular is the French are doing a fantastic job, really doing, pushing the Japanese, turn them over, and then they're executing down. This was the lovely play. Look at that. Gabby Williams steals it out of the air and then drove straight down. She likes that little crossover and good little flying finish. Oh, that could be a Jordan commercial.
And you know Gabby Williams, I mean, she is FIBA EuroLeague Defensive Player of the Year. This past EuroLeague Final Four, she was voted MVP. You would definitely picture Gabby Williams and you would say a defensive stopper, but boy, has she stepped up her offensive game here in this tournament.
Yep, go ahead and download your app to keep up with Gabby Williams' stats. I got to speak to her in the press conference, and she spoke about, you know, with Johannes, with Gruda, big players out for France. She said that she had to see, and we see Malkovic here from Serbia doing a little scouting as she plays France tomorrow. She said that because of those big guns are out, I need to pick up the slack on the offensive end, and yes, she has.
Well, second quarter action underway. Let's see if Japan can find their shooting touch. Defensively, they did a decent job.
Yes, they did.
16 points is good to hold France to in the first quarter.
Yeah, but they're only scoring 5, so it's been a low-scoring game. 5 on the clock.
Futux almost with the turnover as Sarah Michelle needs to let that one go, I guess. And now Japan, another good defensive possession. Can they turn that defense into offense? We'll find out. Takada gets Williams off her feet, and strong drive earns her a trip to the free throw line.
And here we see just a little bump, but a solid drive, and exactly what Japan need to do if they want to keep chipping away, because 5 points in a quarter is just not going to cut it if you're trying to beat the French.
And unfortunately, it's continuing for Japan. Well, that one goes in, and Takada, top scorer for Japan with 3 points in this game so far. Not a stat that you want to look at, and almost a travel by Futux, but it's going to be a long 2-point shot for Gabby Williams.
I'm just going to go ahead and clap for her. She's having an outstanding tournament so far, Gabby Williams.
Toto is blocked by Abadian, and then the ball hits Toto when she was out of bounds. So great defensive play by Badian from France. Look at this.
Nice, stayed up and just got that hand in at the last moment. Good block by her.
Well, Williams is continuing her exceptional play as she now has 8 points for France. Nice backdoor cut and passing action by Japan, and that's how you want to see them play.
That's better. That's the Japanese style of play that I'm used to.
Futux
3 on the clock. They've got to get something up.
Down on the ground still. It's Don't know if it's for fun. Badian with the offensive rebound and miss. And I think Futux asked for a substitution. Okoye, well off, but exact same move. At that time, it wasn't off a pass, it was off a missed shot. So a good job there by Double Eights. As a little stoppage of play because Marine Futux is a little bit rattled, and she's going to run off the court in the opposite direction of the benches.
Yeah, she's obviously shook up, and the physio jogs out after her, and we'll take a timeout and we'll listen in.
Essayez d'être avec, pas de 3 points. Après en attaque, on a beaucoup donné. Ce qui va être important maintenant, c'est de les faire courir. Transférer la balle, bouger la balle sur des mains en main et attaquer-les. Ils ne peuvent pas défendre si la balle bouge. Si vous arrêtez la balle pour aller dedans, c'est difficile. OK? Hey.
Well, he doesn't want them to slow down and stop the ball offensively. He always wants that ball kind of hot potato.
Yeah.
Remember that game?
Yeah, I like that game. Well, the good thing is for Japan, they've matched their first quarter points with 5 already, and they're at 10.
Well, and you know, Williams, tough layup off the mark and a fight for the rebound. Considering the first quarter that they had, as far as their shooting percentages, to only be down 10, you have to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah. Good point here.
Mawuli, strong move on the baseline.
Lovely move by Mauli. I've been waiting for her to show up, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She hasn't had a, you know, she has not been bad. She had 13 points the first game. She was 6 from 8 from the floor. But we need that consistency. Michelle.
Badian, extra pass to Williams, and that, folks, is not going to count because it's a shot clock violation.
And why didn't Badian move that on? I don't know. Anyway, she
thought about it.
Yeah, and coach
She
said,
thought
"No,
about it too long.
too long. Too long in the shot clock violation." And Tupan is saying, didn't I say you look like that emoji? The I don't know emoji?
I don't know.
And that's exactly what we don't know. Anyway, Japan now with the ball.
Well, Miyazaki forced the mismatch, and she knocked that three-point shot. And now that is a good sign if you are a Japanese basketball fan.
The first 3 that they finally hit.
They get it inside to Rupert. But how about this help side defense? Look where Mawuli came from.
She flew from, you mean. And
She
smiles
got that
from her.
first class ticket.
Yeah. She flew in the air and literally, watch this, jumps, catches the ball, and ties up Rupert, and Japan gets the arrow.
Well, this is a second quarter for Japan, and there's still 6 minutes left. And great job there by Miyazaki. She knocked down that three-point shot over Rupert, and now another 2-point basket, and it's a 3-point game, folks.
And a good job by Japan answering.
Badian finds Michelle in the corner. Her 3-point shot is off, and nice box out by Japan. Mawuli wide open at the top of the key is off the mark, but Takada there to bump it out, and what a shot! And it is tied with that three-pointer by Hirashita.
Well, what I must say is it's a long game, right? It doesn't matter what you score in the first. It's a game of runs, and right now Japan, and that's an offensive. Yep, that is.
It was it the same hooking that I thought?
No, really, as she posted up,
Okay.
bumped Mauli kind of in the face and in the chest. And now France on an offensive struggle. They've only scored 4 points this quarter.
Compared to?
They're 16 in the first, and Japan only had that 5. But now Japan have scored 14 and tied up the game. So we've got ourselves a good basketball game.
Yep, so great job early in the second quarter by Japan. And Tokashiki is not able to hold on to it, so good job defensively, and ball will go back to France.
Good defense here. Just gets her hand in the way, and then off of Japanese player, maybe in her eye.
Well, Gabby Williams had a nice first quarter. And it's been a while since she's had an open look. But
That's
when
pretty,
she gets
though.
one, she knocks it down.
That's a really pretty jump shot. Beautiful arcing release, sets her feet
She also can jump so high.
high. Yep.
And nice seal off by Tokashiki, which was a missed layup by Yasuma, but Toka there for the offensive rebound. Can't convert, but does draw a foul.
Yeah, nice little.
It was a good seal off by the big.
Yep. And just outmatched there. It was a good seal off. And Gabby Williams with 10 points and really keeping France ahead by 2.
Tokashiki able to cut that lead to 1. And really offensively, it's all that woman right there. As unfortunately, she turns the ball over. So it's going back to Japan. And Kendra Sherry has been playing sparingly. Didn't play last night, but you saw her just check into the game. But let's take a listen in on the timeout of France.
Et on va look jusqu'au bout, look. Ok? Toi, tu vas jouer 4, 5. Et à chaque fois, tu rôles. Parce qu'on a les extérieurs. Là, c'est pour défendre sur les extérieurs. Essayons d'être un petit peu plus proches. On l'a bien fait au départ. Après, en attaque ici, prenons le temps de nos attaques. OK? Si vous voyez qu'il y en a 4 devant vous, 5, transition, on bouge la balle, transfère la balle. Pour l'instant, on cherche que du jeu direct. Je vous assure que si on fait voyager la balle jusqu'à l'opposé, on va revenir dedans. OK? Hey.
Well, what did the France say as you speak fluent French?
You know, every time out, I feel like in all of their games that you and I have covered, which has been all of them,
Yep.
a lot of instruction about offense, and he wants them to be aggressive, he wants them to be more patient, but unless you really have an opportunity, he said, you know, it's all right if we play fast and play transy, but move the ball around, You're trying to play one possession, one pick, and you're always trying to make that, you know, the touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Move it, and then we'll find the open person.
Yeah, fantastic timeout. I like it.
Well, Fotuk, she ran off the court, but do not fear, she is back. And out of bounds, so nice pressure there by France, and they will get the ball back.
I hate when that happens.
When the ball goes out of bounds?
No, when your foot just tiptoes that line, you know, you're like, ugh. Silly turnover, but here come France.
And turnover by Miniatore, but great hustle getting back. Except miscommunication leads to Toto, who is wide open. She tried to chase down her missed shot and just misread the rebound.
And France get away with a lucky one there because she was wide open in that corner. And Japan will, they really like the rolling subs. I kind of like it. I think it's such a good method, especially how fast they play. Keep subbing in. There's a foul there.
So Miyazaki with the aggressive defense on Footux, unfortunately picks up a defensive foul. Well, you see it, France kind of getting into some of their sets here, but talk about the pressure. Almost forces the turnover. Torre open for three in the corner, and it's good.
Needed that Torre. Wide open, and needs to hit that down. Good job by her.
And Miyazaki, she's hit one in this quarter. That was right on, just a little bit long. And Torre takes it all the way, can't convert. Repair there for the offensive putback. And Coach Toru Onzuka wants to talk about it. Let's try and take a listen in to his timeout. Well, you saw the stats, Azania, and really, they've come back, but it's only because of the second quarter.
Yes. They were literally shooting 0%, and now getting a few buckets as the Japanese fans love it. And so do we, because that wasn't looking a pretty sight with only 5 points in that first quarter. But hey, it's a long game, and thank goodness that little man that we spoke about has come off of the basket, and Japan is finally sinking some hoops.
And pass inside out action. I love the inside out action as Akaho just takes that rebound. And nice scoop layup by Miyazaki.
Nice runner and scoop by Miyazaki. I like that one. And France decide to set a play, find Gabby.
Nice pass by Footux to Sherry, but her shot is off the mark. That was a great job, though, because Sherry's defender took the roller and she rised, and it was the correct pass.
Yeah, and the right shot.
Takada is fouled, so nice look inside for her.
And Japan really doing a good job finding that mismatch here. And a good finish. They're doing a fantastic job really picking apart getting the pick and roll, getting the switches, and making their way to the line.
Well, talk about the woes. I mean, Japan are a good free throw shooting team, and even their free throws are not falling. They've shot 83% in their 3 previous games. And here
right
today,
now, yeah.
they're 50%?
50, yeah. Shita now subs in. She's had some solid games for Japan. She had 17 points their first game, was 5 from 6 from the 3-point line. So hopefully off of the bench, she can give them some offense.
And Williams, a lot of dribbling to get to the basket, and she is not able to make that layup. So Mawuli, strong move inside by her, is off the mark. Considering the height difference and what Japan gives up,
yeah, they're doing well.
They do well around the basket to create, you know, shots inside for the post.
Well,
Tadic, roll and rise action.
Nice.
And nice shot by her.
Well, you make that up with speed. Right?
Your move is just
Quicker,
a little bit more quicker, yeah. So, last possession, Japan are gonna hold it. 10 seconds left before halftime. Miyazaki shake and bake. And goodness me, they didn't even move, but Futux will have 1 extra shot. She lost the dribble a little bit there and isn't able to make that last attempt. So what a second quarter for Japan as they now only trail France 29-26.
And boy, I'm happy to see Japan come back out and score 21 big points in that second quarter, because like I told you, they only had 5 points and their percentage was pretty bad. Look at that, 0% for France. They haven't got to the free throw line yet. And Japan only shooting 50%. They're a much higher shooting from the free throw line, 23-16, and assists 8 for France. Williams has been the show and has always been the show for France. 10 points, but she needs help. And Miyazaki, 9 for Japan. So we get to see the best plays of the first half.
Well, it was all France in the first quarter, and you can really say it was all Japan in that second quarter. As you mentioned it, Japan only with 5 first quarter points, but a much better second quarter as they scored 21 compared to just 13 for France. So who needs to step up and give a helping hand to Gabby Williams, because she is asked to also create her own shots.
Very true, you're right. She's having to create, come off screens. Futux has 6 points, which is pretty good. Ileana Rupert has 4, and then the next 2 have 2 points. So she's the only one, Gabby Williams, in double digits. And we asked this question at the top of the game, right? Who is going to back her up? Who's going to give us more energy? Who's going to give us more scoring? As we see a nice little spin move from Mawuli. And I don't know. I'm not sure those questions, I have the answers for those questions, but hopefully the French do in this time, in this halftime talk, because they came out strong.
Yeah.
But you know, this is basketball, it's a game of runs, and also you know a team's not going to shoot that bad all game, and Japan came out in the second quarter and shooters shoot, and they had some good also cuts to the basket, they had good movement, and they finally started finishing.
Well, great job, and we have a game. And everyone, including us, know what is on the line. France, if they win, will qualify. Japan, with a win, will make things very difficult in this group. So don't go far, because we'll be back in a few moments.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Oh. I feel like that would have been a
Travel.
She passed herself almost, no? Because she left her feet. Burkini with a deep three-point shot.
Anderson, backdoor. Couple dribbles, open look. No block. Back Allen. Great hands for the Opals.
And Williams with the crossover, and she goes all the way to the basket.
She's incredible. The way she contorts her body, and did she hurt herself a little bit there?
Canada up 3, and nice pass. And talk about breaking the press break. That was almost textbook.
And that's right, and that sends a message if you're going to try and do that. And right now, the physical nature's sending us straight, causing fouls. There is a beautiful drive and finish by Whitcomb in traffic. Sammy Whitcomb, she's been good.
Canada with another opportunity, 14 seconds. Let's see if they can get something a little better. Carlton spin move. That's a tough shot, but it's good.
Skip pass, outlet intercepted. Chajo there. And the three. Chajo doing everything for Serbia right now.
And Okoya tries to take it, but Amy here says, not in my house, folks.
Nice little turnover here. Defense feeding offense for the Opals. No look pass, George on the block, waiting for it, and it counts. Australia feeling themselves.
Sammy Whitcomb with the no-looker gets it to George for the easy two.
10 seconds left. They get it to Williams. Williams floater is good.
That's pretty. That's so pretty. I love it, Gabby Williams. She says, give it to me. Don't worry, France. I got this. I'll put you on my back. And boy, does she finish with the time.
Well, welcome back to Sydney, Australia. FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup action. Japan with a great comeback in that second quarter to only be trailing France by 3, 29-26. And it has been all that woman, Miyazaki, 9 points today. Pretty sure all her points, maybe except for 2 of them, came in the second quarter. So she was a big reason for their comeback.
Yeah, Shona, she did so well. This is a nice little runner and finger roll to the front of the rim. She's so fast. And you can tell by her hair because it just blows in the wind. And then no doubt you know who this lady is. No need to introduce Gabby Williams. 10 points, 5 from 9. Really the only thing going for France. Other team members need to step up, give her some more support. as they are only up 3 points.
Well, you said it. Who's going to step out for France? I mean, Gabby Williams has just been spectacular, but she's having to do so much and create so much.
She must be so tired. Honestly, sorry as I yawn. That was perfect timing. I'm tired for you, Gabby. She's had 23 points in her first game, 13 points and 8 rebounds in her second, 14 points and 7 rebounds and 6 assists in her third. And here she is leading all scorers with 10 points. I'm tired just saying that.
Well, you saw Japan. They were out early at halftime. They came out around the 9-minute mark. So by the time they walked to the locker room, coach only talked to them for a couple minutes, and then they have been back out here shooting. As you see, the game leaders, 9 points by Miyazaki Akaho with 2 assists, and Takada, the captain, with 4 rebounds for Japan. And it was, they would be up, you know, almost double digits, I think, if they had a better first quarter, and even, I mean, just a little bit better first quarter. So Himawari Akaho, 5 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. It's not a huge stat line, but she is oh so important.
They had 5 points in the first quarter. Nobody had a good stat line other than us eating lunch and having a rest. But hopefully she comes out. I feel the momentum swing back to Japan in that second quarter, so it'll be interesting to see how they come out. Obviously, they're so fast. They defend pretty well, but the French still haven't come out on the court, so they're having a bit longer time in the locker room.
Well, I guess Coach Jean-Aimé Toupin wants to talk to them a little bit longer. Well, those of you who have been following this Women's World Cup, it has been record-breaking, folks, as the USA earlier today against Korea.
Yeah.
Scored 105 points.
45 points.
145, excuse me. Well,
Yeah.
145 points, which is a World Cup record, the most points scored in any game at a World Cup.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And 145, wow. What does the shot clock even go up to? These are quite new in up-to-date. Old school ones, I think they're like 199.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they had,
These are new, you know, FIBA.
They're all television kind of screens now.
Yeah, you can score as many as you want.
The game leaders for France, Williams with 10, Fotux 5 assists, and Rupert with 7 rebounds. And another important note today is Belgium earlier advanced with their win over.
They had a good game today, and
Bosnia.
Yeah, they won Bosnia. They beat Bosnia, so they advanced.
So we know that the USA, Canada, and Bosnia. So far, that's it.
No, not Bosnia.
Sorry, Belgium.
Belgium, yeah.
So just a quick reminder that 4 teams from each group, 6 teams in each group, will advance. And you really want to finish first or second if you can. Well, you always want to win as many games as possible.
And if France wins today, they do qualify, Jonah.
We don't know what place they will be in.
At this point, I wouldn't even care. I just want to get to the next round. But
exactly.
And Japan is not necessarily out if they do lose. And if Japan do win, all scenarios are still wide open. So the group of death is up for grabs, really, as Miss Amy, referee, gives me a look, and she says, yep, you're right, team, this is a pretty tough group. And the French have their last few words by Sarah Michelle. And they need this good third quarter, in my opinion. They've got to start strong. They cannot have any mental lapses. And they need more scoring from all 5 players who are going to start this third quarter.
Well, France, they have that slight 3-point lead. Took a while to come out of the locker room. So Coach Toupin had a lot to talk about. And we are about a minute and 30 away until second half tips off. As we keep talking about Gabby Williams, but we need other people to contribute because she is asked to do so much. Defensively, she's so strong, and we know she's always going to be great defensively. Offensively, she's been having, you know, one of the best tournaments probably of her young French national team career, and really, I haven't had another go-to player for France show themselves to me yet.
Yeah, solid go-to.
Make sense?
Yeah, solid go-to player. And we spoke about this, I think, this morning for breakfast or yesterday, and we spoke about coaches look at their team and say, where am I going to get my points from? Was that breakfast or was that dinner? I don't know. All days mixing, and we discussed, as you're a coach, in your, is that free time or is this your free time? I don't know. Anyway, you're a coach and you say, I look at players, where am I going to get my points from? Right now, France is looking at their bench and their starting five. We're going to get points from Gabby. Who's going to step up? And go ahead and step up and scan your QR code to download the World Cup app to keep up with all the scores that we spoke about. USA beating Korea and put up 145 smackaroons.
A record. Well, welcome back. Second half action here underway at the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup Group B action. Game day 5, France with a 3-point lead over Japan, 29-26. Badian off the front of the rim.
And no French players went to go rebound there. I guess they just all retreated. Nice little bunch pass.
Easy pass, but Badian comes from behind, and Tokashika needs to protect that ball. Well, Williams off the mark. And, well, you asked for the French players to go in an offensive rebound, and Marine Fotux did that, unfortunately. Ran into a red jersey. And that time, Tokashiki keeps it high and goes a little bit more aggressively. So beautiful pass by Miyazaki.
Yeah, really nice.
Tokashiki.
Yeah, really nice two-man game there. She knew exactly where the defense was.
Badian goes right at Takada, and I don't know if she lost the ball or if it was blocked. Ball inside, but who's there? One of the best defenders in this tournament, Williams, to tip it away. Backdoor cut by Michelle, and she's just not able to hold on to it.
And back-to-back turnovers that are just kind of like slipping out of their hands or fumbling or block shots, but 2 turnovers. Both teams trying to find their first score. No, Japan has 2. France is trying to find their first score.
And Takada with the mismatch, not able to score, and it's gonna be white ball. Well, Takada thought it should have been their ball, but the referee on the baseline was very sure of herself. And aggressive defense, but that leaves Chartereau open, and good job. Nice skip pass from Michelle to find the shooter. Oh, beautiful pass, Todo to Takada.
Really,
that's great basketball.
Yeah, great basketball. Really nice movement from the Japanese as they put on a little pressure here to get the ball to Gabby.
Gabby Williams is going to be called for the offensive foul.
No. Really?
Yes.
Oh.
That's why I hit you.
Oh, sorry. I just thought you were so excited. Let me see this thing.
Oh, they're saying she used her left hand. She did actually. Watch this.
No, I don't like
think?
it. I don't like it. You got a big hand coming over. You can use the fend arm as long as it's up.
But she moved it.
So, yeah, you want them to get out of the way. I learned that in Australia as well.
Slap people out of the way?
Get out of the way. Anyway,
Well,
unfortunate.
Mauli is
Good
turning the
defense
ball
again.
over. And some fancy ball handling by Williams. Charteru blocked by Shiki. Oh gosh, I'm just so excited. And then she saves the ball from going out of bounds and tips it to her teammate. And now Maureen Futux is going to be called for a foul.
Whoa. A little touchy-feely here. Block shots going back and forth, being aggressive, being physical. And the referees have figured it out and rein it in. It's a 2-point game, ladies and gentlemen. And Coach Tupan just says, Futux, hey, relax here for a moment and take a second. And the floor cleaners come out.
Well, Maureen Futux maybe needs to cool down a little bit. She seems somewhat frustrated here in the first 3 minutes of this second half.
Yeah, it's a good sub for me. Just let her have a moment.
And you know, you're still up 2. What a floater by Miyazaki.
Oh, Miyazaki.
She has been great today. I didn't know if it was a pass, a shot.
Japan have tied it up, Shona.
Torre to Michelle. Extra pass to Badian. And that was a good look for France, though.
Yeah, not bad. Good hands by Michelle.
Great job by Sarah Michelle, who looks tired as she has not even got back into the front court for France. Well, now we see her. So Williams gives it up to Rupert, who...
Nice move.
That was a
Really
good move.
fantastic
Yeah,
move,
I thought it was well defended, but an even better move. Well, star of the game for France is the woman right there who passed to Takada. Again, another kind of rare miss, and France just not aggressive, picking up the rebound. So it will be Japan ball.
I think Japan's doing a really good job of this two-man game on one side, and they're really picking apart the French defense. They don't know if they're switching, they don't know if they're staying, and they've had some lovely just either pick and rolls or just slips to the basket.
As some substitutions now for Japan. They still trail by 2, but it has been an exciting third quarter so far. And she's a shooter. And that was a great look by Hiroshita. You want one of your best shooters coming off the stagger screen like that.
Well drawn up play.
Rupert, excuse me. Great three-point shot by her.
Also nice ball movement and team basketball by the French.
And Hiroshita missed the last one, but she doesn't miss 2 in a row. So great response by Japan.
And she's a shooter, like I said, she's had a game where she was 5 from 6 from the three-point line.
Torre kicks it up to Chartereau inside to Rupert as she powers her way in, and it's going to be a shot clock violation.
A little disjointedness, in my opinion, for, do you like that word? Disjointedness, no? It means you're a shambles.
They were a little
disjointed.
disjointed.
Disjointed, okay. I don't know if that's an English word or not. Leave me alone, Jonah. You know what I mean, and I'm saying they're out of sync. They're out of flow offensively, the French. I just made up a word, but you get it. France are making up offense, okay? There we have it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, Futox checking back into the game after she cooled down a little bit.
Yeah. So it was a good set. Now she's back in the game.
Kohei's shot is off, but an offensive rebound by Tokashiki. I got so excited the last time I said her name, I was way off. Anyway.
Can I see the replay of that one? Because
I think it was a good foul from behind, but
I feel like they both jumped up and rebound. Here we go. My friend's upstairs.
She has great position for the offensive rebound.
I guess.
Well, they called it on the rebound, not the shot attempt.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Great hands by Marie Futox, and she is not going to miss that one. So good job there. A different kind of energy from her since she cooled off.
Yes, and that's why coaches do that. Give you a second, and that was a great steal by her.
Akaho. Great pass, great find, great shots.
Yep. And these teams are pretty much trading baskets right now. We need defensive stops.
And not what you want to see is one of your post players having to bring up the ball against pressure, as Yasuma is going to be called for a foul. So I think she lost that ball because of the nice little hands by Futox. And let's take a look here.
Came up with her knee.
And then she accidentally just ran into Torre. And that's where the foul is. She's saying no. Well, the replay shows otherwise.
Yeah. Beautiful smile, though. Perfect set of teeth. But anyway, that doesn't matter. She's on defensive end now versus Futox.
And Williams. Easy drive to the basket for her.
She wants to foul, and I don't blame her. She is unstoppable and unguardable.
As Akaho penetrates and finds Okoye. And she's missed a couple this game, and that time she was wide open. And Williams, trying to split the defense, draws the foul. And she's just happy that they called a foul.
Yeah, she sits there and claps and says, bravo. Thank you very much, Mr. Referee here. They squeeze her and they foul her also, but she still manages to get a hand on that ball as well. There she says, bravo, thank you. But the French have the ball back. They're up one.
And Futox loses the ball, but Rupert picks it up for her, gives it back. Rupert rolling to the basket, and another foul call. As I believe she's going to get to go to the free throw line.
It's Akaho's first foul. And, yep, that's the right thing. She was going towards the basket, and Gabby Williams finally gets a sub. She's on 24 minutes played. 25, excuse me.
I mean, also Gabby Williams, the intensity that she plays with both ends of the court. You saw the last hustle, her on the floor. She deserves a little break every now and then.
Yes, she does. It won't be for long, so she better enjoy it.
Well, what do you think of that?
So I was talking about, they usually had it on the opposite side, but just that screening, that rolling, that it's a good look for Japan, and they've managed to execute that every time.
And misread there between Futox and Chartereau, as Chartereau says, it's all right, we got it.
Simple pass and catch for me. Nothing too crazy. You need to be solid in these offensive possessions.
And nice defense, shot clock winding down, tough shot off the rim. France could have numbers. And they do, 4-on-3, Mignatori from the corner, and it's good.
And she's double thumbs up to Futux. Good job by the French. Put the pressure on the Japanese to defend in transition.
Deep three-point shot attempt. And minute 15 to play. France up 4 here in the third quarter. And Futux that time connects with Chartereau, and her shot rolls in and out.
Yes,
And
nice
Sarah
steal.
Michelle with the pick of the pocket. As she's got numbers, she finds Rupert, and Rupert can't finish, but Chartereau follows the play, picks up the offensive rebound, and was fouled on the putback.
And good job and good defense as we see the rebound, good rebound from, yeah, that's a foul, slap of a hand. Sarah Michelle, good defense, her hands in the way, manages to pick the pocket of Japan.
Well, nervous faces on the French fans, and I understand they want their team to get this win so they can at least know that they're through until the next round. Yasuma left wide open at the free throw line, and no one boxes out Akaho.
Well, Rupert was on the floor there and didn't get up, and she just came flying in, and she's on 9 points.
Well, last possession for France, probably offensively. Minya, she's hit one and make that not two. So Japan, 10 seconds left in the quarter. How much can they cut into this lead, if any? Well, that's picked off. Futux lets it fly, and she almost hit the cameraman, folks. What a third quarter of back and forth basketball between these two teams. France up 4, 48-44.
Well, here are the stats. Japan finally shooting a little bit better. Both teams struggling from the three-point line. 100% from the line, only going 4 times, France, for the free throw line. But for me, Japan finally finding their offense as they started oh so slow with 5 points in the first quarter. Here are the best players of the third quarter, Shona.
Well, there's a lot of plays. That was early on in the quarter. Great connection by Miyazaki to Tokashiki. Not just that one. They had a couple great passes. And there you see Takada, the captain of Japan. Really, you asked for it, Azania, and you said other people need to step up for France. And I think they definitely did in that quarter.
I would agree.
Ileana Rupert, 11 points, 8 boards. You know, Marine Futux, 8 points, 7 assists.
Fantastic from her.
Exactly.
And
we have Williams.
Chateau-
Williams only scored 12. 2 points in that quarter.
Yeah, but she's having to do a lot, right? They're really defending her well. And then Chartereau with 7. And then Toro also scoring the 6. And hers came from the three-point line, which was fantastic. The French looking a little bit better on the offensive end. They're finding their groove, and they need to keep it moving. Because if they want this win and to qualify, they've got to push over the line in this fourth quarter.
Well, Courtside 1891. Don't forget to download your app for all things basketball related. Do you know why it's called 1891?
No, do you?
I do.
Tell me.
Well, fourth quarter action. Why is it called Courtside 1891? It was the year basketball was invented.
Wow.
By who? A Canadian,
Really?
James Naismith.
Oh, I knew James. Yeah. I did a project on him.
In Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, 1891. Wow.
Oh, I'm confused now. But
I
yeah.
love it. Thanks for the history. And a foul.
It's a holding foul on
Yeah.
the cutter by Sarah Michelle.
Wow, thanks for that.
Yep.
Shona?
I am Canadian, so
You would bloody
know what
hope
the
you know.
Canadians do.
Yep.
Invent. Miyazaki with a great game for Japan. Tokashiki, what a pass to Takada cutting. That's a big-to-big pass. How do you like that?
I like it. That's how I like it. Whoa, nice cut. Little drop-off pass. And they're down. Only 2 points now. Japan looking good on offensive end.
Sarah Michelle, skip pass to Torre, who's hit a couple threes. She lets that one fly. And goodness me, what a shot from Mina Torre. That's her 3x3 moves right there.
Yeah, it was a foul here. She went through the legs, step back, little shimmy.
Shake and bake,
We
little shimmy.
like it. And you're right, she's a 3x3
Very well-known
player.
3x3 player. Making her World Cup
appearance.
debut
Yeah,
here.
debut, yeah.
And Miyazaki into Tokashiki. Not sure how that wasn't a foul on the layup.
I'll call it a jump ball. And the arrow possession goes the opposite way. And the French get the ball back here. She was hands up, or what do you think about that one? Yeah, up in the air.
Yeah.
Anyway, they even out throughout the game.
Yeah, they definitely do. Fouls are pretty much even in this game. So, France, 5-point lead. Can they extend it? Boy, the fans sure hope they can. You can hear them in the background.
There's 3 seconds.
And
That's a foul, it is.
Oh, that definitely is a foul. And, you know, I understand Mawuli having to get up, try to defend. You want to try and contest that shot because Torre just hit that last 3-point bucket for France. So, easy call by the referees.
Yep, and a good job by Torre because right now she's feeling it. She's had consecutive baskets for the French. They're starting to pull away a little bit here in this fourth quarter, and she makes her way to the line.
Whoa, what a second half for Mina Torre. She is now at 11 points, or as the French say, 11.
Oh, wait.
So, a timeout. Shall we listen in?
D'accord. Well, my Japanese isn't as good as your French, Shona, but I think that was a great timeout just because the French are starting to get momentum. They're looking good, they're hitting shots, so they need that little break in the bleed-in, and hopefully they can get something looking good at the other end.
I mean, Japan, they're so quick, and we know how deadly they can be from the three-point range. 7 points is really nothing.
Yeah.
To a team that can shoot and run like they can.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Well, Badian back in for France, giving Rupert a little bit of a breather. As great defense by Chartereau and Sarah Michelle. Oh, they almost come up with the, they do. They have forced the steal.
And a solid stop. That could have gone the other way, but France stay strong and get the defensive stand.
So Gabby Williams back in as well. And like always, Gabby Williams having a great game. But I would say this is probably the best game for some of her teammates also stepping up and contributing.
Yeah. And a miss there by Chartereau.
And Miyazaki from downtown is no good.
Held my breath on that one. Rimmed in and out.
Torre with a great second half for France. Sarah Michelle. Well, probably no better time to get your first 2 points of the game than right now in this fourth quarter for France is Sarah Michelle.
I think she has that the whole time because they're going under on the screen because they know she's not going to shoot it.
And look at this, offense. She can do it on the defensive end as she gives it up to Williams. And great job by France, which has to force Coach Onzuka, into a timeout. So he's using now his second timeout with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And here we see the steal by Sarah Michelle. Nice little drop-off pass to Gabby Williams, who's full steam ahead. We'll listen in to the timeout because Japan need to talk about it because it's getting out of hand. I'm a poet and you didn't even know it. See you later.
カウンターに対して取りに行くのはもう続けてやっていく。OK。でディフェンスはグリーンに対して相手対応してきてるよね。ジャンパー狙ってきてるからちょっとゴールド入れていく。プレッシャーゴールドプレッシャーかけていくよ。OK。でダイバーを誰が取るかってしっかりコミュニケーション取って最後シュートコンテンツしてリバウンドチームで取れるように。OK。あと7分でチーム出してくれよ。
Well, you saw that stat. Both teams, more or less even assists and turnovers. But for me, it was the points off turnovers. France was 16 compared to just 6 for Japan.
Yeah, big stat as the crowd, hey, they start to show their dance moves. We love it. And France now just starting to chip away in this fourth and pushing closer and closer to advancing, but they cannot relax 1 second. We spoke about how quick Japan can score the ball and also shoot the three.
Yep, so let's see what Japan can do out of that timeout because they are desperate for a basket. Akaho gets up in the air. Takada's gonna have to put it up and quickly, and she can't. So another turnover for Japan.
And another solid defensive stand for France. They're looking good on both ends right now. They're managing to get plays on both ends.
Well, France, can they extend this lead? We talked about it game day yesterday. Game day 4.
Game day every day.
Game day every day for us. Points for and against could become complicated as well in such a difficult group. So you want to win, and you want to win as much as possible. But if Japan have anything to say about it, they're gonna try and pull off a great comeback, but they are currently down 11. And Sarah Michelle now. Nice pass to Ileana Rupert. And she says,
thank you.
Merci.
Merci.
Merci, Sarah.
Yes, perfect pass, right down the guts. Good finish.
Well, a little bit of a mismatch here. Batian on Akaho. And tough layup is off the mark. So now France, again, clock is on your side, but you don't want to take too much time off of the shot clock and then be forced into a difficult shot at the end of the clock, right?
Correct. Got 1 second on the clock, do they know?
Well, Torre did, and Rupert with the offensive board. Again, I think they waited a little bit too long to get into something on that last possession.
Yeah, but they get the offensive rebound.
Oh,
Sarah Michelle.
Sarah Michelle, how did you miss that?
I think a little fatigue for Sarah Michelle. That was a beautiful fake. That was about to be a highlight play.
And Takada.
Both teams blowing layups. I don't know if it's fatigue starting to set in now, this last 4 minutes.
We talked about it. 4 games in 5 days, Azania.
That's a lot.
Williams.
2 on the clock.
3-point shot attempt is off, but great tip out by Ileana Rupert.
It's 2 offensive rebounds in a row France have got. Nice pass
well,
across.
She's knocked one down from there. Unfortunately, can't make it 2 from that spot is Mina Torre. And
could have been a kick ball, no? Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe went off more her knee, though.
Oh, her knee, okay.
Well, Torre, big second half for her. As she gives it up to Rupert, to Williams. Williams penetration, Torre lets it fly. And another offensive board for France. As Miyazaki just tries to tie her up, but fouls instead.
And what France are doing an incredible job at is offensive second chance. Okay, they're not scoring, but they're managing to get tips out, managing to get rebounds, and really work this clock down. And yes, okay, they're not scoring, but right now, the time is their friend.
Well, Futux with the aggressivity draws a foul on Tokashiki.
Yeah, and Tokashiki, yeah, that's the right, it's a foul, for sure.
Well, goodness me, Gabby Williams.
Still.
Look at this. Oh, look at her playing to the ends, even though her team is up big. Okoye just not finding her shot today, unfortunately for Japan, as she is 1 of 6 from 3-point range. Nice pass, Futux to Rupert. What a job by those two.
And Japan are forced to take their last timeout, Shona. It's got way out of hand. They haven't had an offensive answer. They've only scored 2 points in this quarter. Here we go. Nice little look to Rupert. Futux, fantastic. I thought it was going to be a floater, but she saw her post player cut in. Japan have absolutely not done anything on the offensive end, and they started like that, and now they're finishing like that.
Well, let's try and take a quick listen to this timeout by Japan.
早い段階でまあシュートチャンス取りに行く。だけど別にスリーだけじゃなくていいからね。で、それを取るためにドラッグ系、ゲット系は全部スタック系に入るようにしよう。だからコーナーにいる2番3番がもう積極的に絡んでくる。だからドラッグゲットはビッグマンスローでやっていく。その中で取っていくね。OK。これはレイアップでもいいし、スリーポイントでもいいし。で、フルコートでローディング、レッドね。
Well, that highlight pass from Photux to Repair. I think if you're a French basketball fan, you are going to be seeing that a lot in the future as Repair, only 20 years old, Photux, 21. Those two connected at the U17 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup a few years ago. I believe it was in Belarus where France got a medal at that event. So they have been around a while, and we are going to see them around a lot longer.
And another steal by Sarah Michelle. Also double-double, Repair.
And Yasuma trying to go for the steal, but a foul is going to be called against her. Williams to Chartereau. Chartereau, no hesitation, but shots off the front of the iron. Miyazaki, tough layup is good. So great game by her today. Does she have enough to will her team? They got to come up with a couple steals and a couple steals quickly.
Well, France, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, if they want to win.
I was going to say France are taking the whole 24-second shot clock, but that time they shoot quite quickly.
And another layup rolls in and out for Miyazaki. Well, you said it, they want to use the clock. And another foul is drawn by Marine Photux as she's done a good job of being more aggressive coming off on-ball screens this game than in past.
I would agree with you. She's really forcing Japan to have to defend her. She is quick, she's undersized, but she's strong. And she's made her way to the line because now Japan are over the limit for this last 1 minute and 9 seconds. Japan have done a fantastic job in this second half. I felt like they came out in that third quarter, really started to make their way. And then this fourth quarter has been a stellar defensive effort. They've only let Japan score 4 points.
Well, good job by Marine Photux. As she gets to have a little bit of a breather, but gets a high five from Coach Jean-Aimé Tupin. And now points for and against. We talked about it. Japan, they need a score. They've struggled this quarter as they've only scored 4 points, kind of like their first quarter, actually.
Yes, exactly like their first quarter. They're not going to win games if you can only put 5 points up in a quarter. And there was a drive by Maoli. And she'll go to the line and hopefully get these two and put them on 6. But this fourth quarter, to me, has been all France. They've done their job. She makes the first.
And the second one is good as well. So just under a minute here to play. Group B action, France leading Japan, but a turnover by Paget leads to a three-point bucket by Hirashita. And Coach Tupan wants to talk about it.
I mean, he needs to keep the score as high as he can, and also you don't want that turnover, and also she's a shooter, right? We've spoken about that, and we see it rattle in, and there's a timeout, and he just wants to set his team.
Well, let's try and listen in.
Regardez là, qui c'est qui la rate? Sarah, c'est toi qui tiens dedans? Et regardez là, Sarah elle va être ici. MEP, tu es ici. Là, dans ce sens, tu fais un écran là. MEP, tu tournes autour, tu sors là. On donne ici, tu restes là. Quand tu viens dans l'axe, on traverse. Évitez de vous arrêter ici. OK? Il faut avancer derrière. MEP, tu avances. Là, si là, on donne vite là et on fait un pick and roll. On protège et vont venir faire des fautes, OK? Allez, allez. On a peur pas, on a besoin de scorer.
On a vu une faute à donner avant un tir.
Well, so France now, Coach Tupan just wanting to call the timeout to basically put in a press break for him. Japan, they need to come up with a quick steal. Imagine a quick steal and a turnover leading to a three would be great. Well, nice denied defense there by Japan, but ball back to France. So referees discussing right now if any time should be off of the game clock and score clock. Well, almost a turnover, but they get it into Torre, who splits the defense and with that draws the foul. So that is going to put her at the line as Japan have committed more than 5 team fouls. And Japan get the ball in. They need to push it. They need momentum. They look inside to Takada, but who's there? The defensive specialist of France, Sarah Michel today. I think she's only credited with 3 steals, but boy, has she had her hands on a lot of balls.
Yeah, good job by Sarah Michel. Japan now, can they get one more score?
Takada shot fake, drives baseline, and Rupert fouls her.
They do have a foul to give. Yep, they do. The next one, they'll be going to the line.
Well, that shot, unfortunately, is well off by Miyazaki. It was a deep 3 as well.
Yeah, very deep.
Yeah.
But be careful of this full court press. Japan trying to get every point as they can.
Torre bringing it up for Japan. Rupert to Michel. And I believe the game clock is ahead of the shot clock. Maybe not quite. Well, Torre, and she is not able to score. And that is gonna be the game, folks. Well, what a game of runs. France with a big win over Japan, 67-53.
Well, the French fans love it. They've made their way all the way over here to support. It's Sydney, Australia. That's a long trip, and they got the win, and they were led by that woman there, Gabby Williams. Fantastic game from her. Ended up with 16 points, and yes, she got help from her teammates. With this win, France qualifies. Congratulations.
So the fourth team now that has qualified for the quarterfinals, they will join Canada, USA, and Belgium.
Yeah, I love those glasses. Can I get a pair? Do you see those French glass flags? There were flags, French flags. Really cool. Anyway, all smiles for the French ladies, and as they should, they played fantastically there in the fourth quarter. They scored 19 points to Japanese 9. The Japanese really struggled from the get-go. They only scored 5 points, and there we see them shooting 42. They managed to score a bit more than those 5 points in the second and the third, and then the 3-point shooting, 5 from 21. The rebound game went to the French, 40-36, steals 13-9 for the Japanese. France, for me, looking much better as they start to get closer and closer to the next rounds. And this is exactly what you want at this part of the tournament, Shona.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, France yesterday, you know, they didn't have an easy win against Mali. Today, it was not easy as well, but they figured out a way to win at the end of the game.
And you're right about that. They figured out a way to win, and it was team basketball. They moved the ball. They also defended. Hey, I need to give France credit, because to stop a team in this type of tournament, to put Japan only up 5 points in the first quarter and 9 points in the fourth, that's a great defensive stand for the French.
It really is. I agree with you. So defense, they say, wins championships, and when your offense isn't going well, you got to step up and defend, and that's exactly what France did today. Some big performances. I mean, Ileana Rupert, double-double, 12 boards, along with 15 points. She had the hops like Carla, our kangaroo mascot.
Yes, she did. I love it. The Japanese, sadly, can't get the win. Sadly for who? If you're a French fan, you love it. Japanese struggling. They lost their last 3 games now to Serbia, to Canada, to France. They make the next game pretty difficult. They have to play the host nation, Australia, prime time tomorrow, 8:30 Australian time. Australian, yeah, I need to get the accent down. But France, good job. I'm solid. I'm happy with this performance because other people and other players stepped up. It can't be the Gabby show. She does a lot for this team. You know you're going to get a solid double-double from her, but I'm really impressed with Rupert stepped up, Chateauroux stepped up, Foothooks. I enjoyed her play today.
I know, 8 points, two assists, 10 points, 2 assists away from a double-double with assists, so a great job by her. You said it, other people need to step up other than Gabby Williams, and that's what we saw today from this French team. Well, a big win for France as they know they are moving on. Serbia earlier today beat Mali 81-68. France with that win over Japan 67-53. And up tonight, Canada taking on the Australian Opals. Well, 4 teams have qualified for the quarterfinals. 2 of those are France and Canada. Serbia and Australia looking to round out the group. Japan and Mali. Well, from Sydney, Australia, and the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup Game Day 5 action, Group B, a good one here, France over Japan. Thanks for joining in, and we will be back later tonight. Take care. Goodbye.
We're good to go. We're good to go whenever you are. Standing by, coming down.
Oui, c'est vrai qu'on a fait une deuxième mi-temps globalement qui était plus solide et plus maîtrisée. Je pense que voilà, on a su trouver un peu les failles dans leur défense et jouer à notre rythme, parce qu'à un moment donné, voilà, on s'est un peu perdu et on les a laissés un peu s'enflammer, et quand on a repris le contrôle, après tout a été plus simple.